Today we're going to play something we've never played on the channel before, I don't believe, which is Spotters. When we were making the Nilfgaard tier list, I realized we never did a Spotter deck, and although it's not my favorite deck, I thought we should at least showcase it once. So that's what we're going to do today, play some Spotters. Basic idea with Spotter here is that it looks at the top 3 cards of your top 3 units in your opponent's deck, and you choose one, you gain armor equal to it. The big thing here, lose all armor, look at your top units in your deck up to that amount, then choose one to gain vitality equal to its power. If it's a bronze soldier, you boost instead of vitality. You always want to be a bronze soldier, and you want to be the biggest bronze soldier possible, which happens to be Nilfgaardian Knight. And then obviously to get more value here, you boost the Nilfgaardian Knight up. The best way to boost that up is with offerings and All God, so that is what we'll be doing. And that's kind of the idea here. So you want to win round 1 and go to a short round 3 with Spotters. Best way to win round 1, battle stations, soldier engines, good old stuff there. I have found with this deck though that we keep losing round 1, so I don't think there's anything we can do to adjust that. I don't know what else we can do for more tempo, so we'll just get in here and talk about the deck before talk about what the issues I have with it are, and the successes, I guess. So battle stations, thins your deck by 2, draw out my cards. We're going to recycle it with a Sira, play it again. Basically the idea is we can make sure that we have few enough units in our deck that the Spotter will always see the Nilfgaardian Knight in our deck. Obviously if you have enough armor, Spotter can look through your entire deck. But otherwise you want to have like a few enough cards in your deck that you see like a 4-power unit or something, you'll be able to get the Nilfgaardian Knight that way. So you want to make sure it has enough armor that way. And to survive, we'll go in with the All God and the War Council. War Council thins our deck again. The battle preparation you can spawn and play to re-armor a Spotter if the opponent takes his armor off, which is pretty important. Same thing with the Imperial Formation Leader. Heatwave for removal. Ramon to make extra Spotters or extra engines early, depending what you need. Aguara, this 8 provision slot is the only one I think you can change around. And that's just whatever you want to run here. You can run, actually, surprisingly enough, where is it? Where is Glorious Hunt? Glorious Hunt works pretty well here because it's a tactic you can tutor, and nothing is high base power than Maxi, because the Nilfgaardian Knight stays in deck. So Glorious Hunt works there. You can also play, like, Double Cross to play your giant Nilfgaardian Knight after boosting it. That also works. It's dead until that point in the game, so I don't really recommend it, but you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. It's a bit of a shame we can't play the Nilfgaardian Knight after we boost it up, but I don't know a good way to do that in this deck, other than like anything in the Royal Decree or something at the end, but usually I've found that doesn't work out too well. I mean, Vilgefortz is the other answer. You can go Vilgefortz and thin your own Nilfgaardian Knight out at the end of the game as well as some removal. The only problem is we're playing Musicians of Blaviken to try and thin our deck as much as possible, so we can't fit a 9 into 4, but maybe that's something to consider is taking out Musicians and then running over Aguara of Vilgefortz to pull out the Nilfgaardian Knight. Something we'll keep in mind, maybe something to adjust after we record the video, and go back at the end, take a look. We have the Asira Menno combo, so you Asira back the battle stations with Menno, means you can always find it, and we're playing Cursed Scroll to also find the battle stations. Cursed Scroll also has the upside of being able to stick that Nilfgaardian Knight on the bottom of our deck for later, because one of the worst things that can happen with this deck is you draw Nilfgaardian Knight at the end of your redraws in round 1 or 2, which has happened to me 4 games in a row. So that's just bad luck. I can't say anything else about that. It's happened literally 4 games in a row, which really hurt our chances there. We have the Alba Armored Cavalry. A second one would be really nice. So if you don't think you need the Maxi, and you want to just count on Cursed Scroll or just RNG, I would recommend the second Alba Armored Cavalry there. We have Aguara for second lock, so it's not as big a deal. 2 crossbows, 2 light cavalry, 2 marines, engine package, and then the musicians, and that is the deck. So as we get into some games here, well, let's start off the games, then we'll talk about some of the weaknesses and stuff, yeah. So let's start off, save this, go get some games. Enslave. Quite bad if they get to enslave a Spotter late in the game, but usually it won't go that long. So we have Maxi plus Scroll. That's a bit awkward. Bit awkward, that. Guess I'll find All God and this, then. Could find the All God. That's pretty good. Find us. Well, we have these two. We actually have pretty much everything we want here. Probably just put her back, because we drew the Nilfgaardian Knight. They actually don't have a great opener here. I think it's crossbow ranged. Plays around assassination. he might seize early. Oh, we just saw a movement there. So is this Shoop? No, it's not. So this is going to be probably a Enslave Ivo with Magnes. Interesting. You could also play a more tempo version of Enslave without the Assimilate stuff. Could also be that. Our battle stations here is not amazing. So we have double marine. Well, double marine's not bad, but yeah, we survived that since we put it ranged. We want to draw here. We want to draw Allgod and put this guy on the bottom, so we'll just do that. We may as well play the Allgod, to be honest here. Boost this, this, this. Hit that. Actually, I want to boost these two. So they're more likely to die. The good thing here is standard soldiers have taken over to playing Allgod offerings with brigades, so he probably won't suspect the spotters as easily. So our deck's not going to shout spotter to the opponent until we actually play one. It looks very similar to normal soldiers. Okay. Do I think we Ramon? I don't think we have to Ramon. I think we just battle station Asira. It's great if you can keep both slave drivers for the spotters, but I find that's very rarely possible. We want to stack the War Council. And we'll boost these twice. I was hoping this would get a point and get out of assassination range. That's why we did the second charge there. It's fine. We won't use any more leaders this round, though. Let's see how many locks he creates here. Or assassinations or whatever. Novice is interesting. It's probably not the best options then he saw. Probably didn't see that much great stuff. Obviously, when offering, his card's too big. We could play crossbow, paying this, but I'd rather save crossbow for an opening of round 2 potentially. So we're just gonna go with the Asira and save our battle stations now. Stack that. Oh, War Council was way down there, wasn't it? That's 8 movements up the deck. Way down there. At least next turn is guaranteed to move to the top. Giving our opponent an opportunity here, though. Maybe a tempo switch? Okay, doesn't want to. That's fine. Now we get our War Council to the top. I want to push towards a short round 3 where he has no leader. The problem with leader is he could... It's not so much he gets orders value off of the spotter, it's more we lose the order. We want to use offerings here. I actually want to put this back and use it round 3. So I go with the other engines here. Battle stations, fine. This is all fine. It's all fine. What about battle stations right away or after he plays a card? War Council would find not that many good plays. We'd want a War Council later. We want to battle stations before we do Marines. We don't open Marine. Let's play this. I don't think he's going to have too many good lock targets. We have Aguara and some other removals. We're going to slave driver if we need to. I wanted to play a unit before we go battle stations. It gets much more value if we just go into these. Should also be disruptive to him. So I think we can kill an assimilate engine that way, which would be very helpful. If he's not playing assimilate, which I don't think he is, we can maybe kill whatever he opens with first. But he should, like, battle stations himself or Magni Division or something. Council's pretty good. What are we grabbing? Nausicaa? Okay. No brigades. Didn't expect them. I think we just want points. So, I think we try and save Ramon. We'll just go with the battle stations here. Let's do... To be honest, the crossbowman's not going to be great this round, depending on what we draw. So I think it makes sense to play early. Maybe make him want to remove it. Oh, we drew some soldiers, actually.
None can match the power of Nilfgaard.
He has a really good seize here, but we'll let him have it. If he wants to use the seize, we just don't want him seizing spotters later. He probably takes the light cavalry or the crossbow here. We could have gotten out of assassination range with a leader, which probably made sense, to be honest. He should seize that. Right? Surely. He does not seize it. Interesting. I'm not tempted to play a second one and boost. Let's just do this. Deck this. Heatwave or the spotters? I don't think Heatwave's very good against his deck. We can force out the Ivo. Stack a spotter. That should die, which I expect here. We can go for a decent offering here. See if he takes the seize yet. We do have War Council. And basically, we want to go to short round 3 where he doesn't have the leader, like we said. And we want him to, if he's playing the Ivo deck, which not so sure it is. No Magni divisions have come out yet. Only bronzes. So he's just fighting us with bronzes, trying to save his stuff. There's this leader. That makes perfect sense here. Perfect sense. We'll play this one, which will ping his down, so it won't have barricade anymore. I do think I actually want to use a leader here to preserve this marine. Hopefully it makes it hard for the Scorpion to get it without committing an actual card. But, right, that's right, we won't ping this because he took it, we didn't play it. That's fine though. I don't really want to Aguara it. Maybe Hefty Helga or something, we'd rather Aguara.
You will not regret this, good sir.
Slave driver, okay. Can't quite get this guy, which is annoying. He can also kill our... Oh, no, he's messed up the... He messed up flanking. So we have to keep our card. That was kind of him. And this was the last thing we played anyway. Let's go War Council. We don't want to pick the spotter. We'll take the slave driver or the heat wave. Slave driver.
Back in line.
Build rats, not on this ship.
Do we use a leader here? It's our last one, which means we wouldn't be able to re-armor the spotters. I don't think we have to worry too much about that, because we have the carryover on War Council. I'd rather make sure these don't die to 2 pings off of this. Yeah, that forces the Stefan. Perfect.
Revolution is inevitable, merely a
He didn't play a Jan, so he's full of golds in hand right now. He can kill both Marines, though, which is a bit painful. At least we get to carry over a offering here. Get the Sunset Wanderer as well. The issue is going to be if he has removal for the spotters. The Ramon one should get its order off. We only have so 3 total spotters. We have a lot of reach on spotters, so we might be able to get away with playing a Guara to force out another gold here. Oh, he's playing another bronze though. Let's see what he gets. As if we go spotter, each spotter order is 13. It's 3 units in deck, means 3 armor is pretty achievable. So we get 13, 26, 31, 35. Plus this makes a 3-point card. It's 38. Plus this is 7. Plus we have the order. So we can get away with another card here. We'd still be okay. Alright, so 5, 10, or not 5. Yeah, 13, 13 on the 2 orders. It's 5, 9. It's 35, plus 3 from the base power of the unit we make. It's 38. Plus 7 is 45. We have 58 reach, plus this. If we had Aguara, we would block this to maybe get the passive going. We can keep pushing here. Well, actually, we can't. The Aguara would have to be last. And Aguara would have to be last for that to work. We pass here. Yeah, we pass. We pass. Yeah. The Aguara would have to be last. And then I don't want to commit these necessarily right away. And he kept pretty much all of his golds here. So he's got Torres, Artud, all that stuff if he's running it. Or he's just playing pure tempo. Maybe like battle stations and such with all that stuff. There might be an Ivar Evil Eye even shoved in there. So gotta be careful there's spotters around that. That's for sure. I don't know if this offering is going to get off. But it is the best card to keep from what's remaining in our deck. It's just a problem we're probably can't avoid an Ivar Evil Eye if he's running one. Just a deck that probably does. Otherwise it'd be a Torres and Jan and such. Ramon. Fair enough, I guess. We probably Heatwave that Sergeant. He's not one in hand though. I think we just do this. Get a couple points here. We were thinking Heatwave because it might enable us to do... him not to Slave Driver it, but that's not true because he has the other one in hand. So we probably last say Heatwave. If we go Ramon, Spotter, Spotter, this.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
That's pretty darn good for him. Do I think there's an Ivar Evil Eye in his deck? It kind of seems like there is. So I think we last say Aguara to unlock potentially one of these, and then commit the Heatwave now, then go in with these, trying to avoid Ivar. I think that makes the most sense. It's a bit of a risk. Bit of a risk. But I'd love to avoid an Ivar Evil Eye. This looks like just a tempo deck with Enslave as the leader. Ramon's dangerous. If we Ramon, he could give it spying and duplicate it. I don't think that will happen here, though. He just played one out of hand, so he doesn't have another Nausicaa Sergeant. So Ramon probably isn't that good for him. See what we're looking at here. Oh, he doesn't have his Ivo, but we don't have armor either. 4 armor is not very much. That's a problem. So is Magni Ivo? Okay, that's what I thought, but he just didn't draw it. And now we know he's missing Ivo. We know he doesn't have it. He could tutor it. And it was bottom of those 3, so if he battle stations, he doesn't draw either. We don't need that much armor for our orders here. But since he's playing Ivo, I think unless there's a pressing reason to order next turn, we wait. Yeah, see, there's the Evar Evil Eye. We knew he had that. I'm glad we played the Heatwave, played around it. Let's see, so we just go second spotter here. Two Magnis. If he battle stations with the 2 Magnis, that'd be really funny. We'll click this order here. The Evar's gone. So we can do this. And then if he decides to Vilgefortz try and yoink this out, it will come out, so we should use the order. Because Vilgefortz would brick us here. Another weakness of our deck. Like I said, spotters have some problems. Hopefully there's no Vilgefortz. We know we win if there's no Vilgefortz, I think. But if there is one, he's got a pretty good chance to win. There it is, because we can't use the order. That being said, we get the Nilfgaardian Knight out. I'll take the Vitality. I mean, we lose to Heatwave, which you can't have. We lose to Leo. We lose to a lot of stuff here. The thing I don't think we lose to, though, is tutoring out Ivo. GG. Yeah, the Vilgefortz does block our order, but we get the Nilfgaardian Knight, so it's not that big of a tempo swing.
Pride is all we've left.
Mahakam Forge here, some Dwarves. Pretty good hand. Pretty good hand. Battle stations into engines is nice. We have this to put our guy in the bottom. We'd like some offerings, though. I'd like to save slave drivers for spotters, if possible. Good old chariot opener with Crystal Skull. Love to see it. Let's see. If we crossbow into light cavalry, it knocks it down into offering range, which is something, except we don't have an offering. Could draw one. It's risky to do that, though, because then we don't maxi the Nilfgaardian Knight at the bottom first, but that doesn't really matter if we don't have the offerings anyway. It doesn't really matter if we're missing the offerings anyway, though. Let's do this. And we'll do this. He has a lot of ping damage. I don't want skirmishers. Well, skirmishers will mess us up no matter what, but... we can always move them range if he skirmishers one. Skirmisher would die to... ooh, living armor. Living armor dwarves. We recently did an entire video on this. Very fun deck. I think we just do this, give him a bunch of pings, make it hard for him to get armor. Marauder's still good here. So it's Construct Dwarves. Interesting. We get kind of owned by Frenzied Dow here. We just hope he doesn't have it. Could have played around with the leader, but I didn't want to commit that much already. This should be frenzied, right? Yeah. Yeah. The thing with armored dwarves here, though, is unlike workshop dwarves, if you get rid of the living armor, they really don't have that many other ways to get armor, so I think we just do this. It feels really bad because we already used removal on something else, but I think it's what we should do. We already put points into it, like cavalry, but... And there's a skirmisher. We are in a lot of trouble. Well, Syrah here. We're in trouble because his round with the constructs is actually really dangerous to our spotters. So I want to stack Nilfgaard and Knight to the bottom.
Never ever whistle in a mine.
Interesting he didn't go for our crossbowmen. I guess he doesn't think we're playing more soldiers, which, to be fair, we might not.
Another lizard thunderbolt. Sure.
War Council's not bad here. I'd rather have it 2 into 3, though. And he should play a Marauder here, then we'll pass. I should go Justice Marauder. There it is. Okay. And he's up by 20, so we pass here. The good thing for us is we have a really good round 3, as long as he can't kill the spotters, and he should have... If he's going by what we played recently, which it looks like he is so far, or at least something similar, there should be Eskel, Enraged Ifrit, and Colossal. Colossal probably can't kill a spotter. Enraged and Eskel probably can. Or if it's not Eskel, it's probably Heatwave. So killing spotters is going to be a bit rough for him. Got Menno into battle stations here. Let's be greedy and try and save that for round 3. Put this back in case we redraw into battle stations. We'll give him a bronze unit there. That's not bad, actually. He might take a long round. He still has his big plays like Zoltan and Constructs. He's thinned quite effectively thus far.
Oh, I'm feeling sleepy, grumpy, dopey, and bashful.
We want to battle stations here, I'm pretty sure.
Nothing will stop us.
We want to go Lock and Marine. We want to stack to the top a slave driver. The problem is, if we play more Marines, we won't know which slave driver to copy. So I guess we just stack a... No, we still stack a slave driver. We don't have more Marines we're going to play. So it shouldn't matter. Oh, he's going to go all in here. Oh, he's pretty close to it. Does he leader this? He does not. It's not bad to leader that. We're going to War Council. I was hoping we would see Assassination or Crossbowmen. But we're not fortunate. Wait a second. We wanted Assassination or Crossbow. We're so unlikely not to see either, since we know one of our cards is on the bottom. Oh, gotta pick Marine.
Axes out. Ready to board.
Now we are in trouble because he's pushing, so I want to make sure he doesn't die to a skirmisher. I think he's boosting. He's probably Colossal it now. We likely need to lock the Colossal Ifrit. Or the, Enraged... Yeah, Colossal. I was thinking he might Enraged it. I think we kill this here. Problem is we don't have many tempo plays left. We have to Guara this guy next turn. All God's low tempo. Can't count any of these points from Marine because it probably dies to Enraged Ifrit this turn. Or he's going to Marauder us again here. That's possible. If this is Marauder, we probably have to play Spotter. So we'll go Ramon Spotter here. We're going to need those points. Hope we get something big here. Like, ooh, he doesn't have Enrage. That's good information. That means we don't have the leader to keep this alive. I was thinking we could hit Primordial's armor, but just hitting Enrage is good enough here. Unless he has Lunaromancy for it. Which there shouldn't be. Is he Volunteers? Yeah, this is probably Volunteers then. So this is a change from what I played. I don't like this in the deck. It works out for him quite well here, but... we should be fine. This is pretty big. We're doing this over playing the All God first, because playing the All God is pretty risky, because then we can't our last say just doesn't do anything. We can't use the last Spotter order. Whereas this turn, if we can decide if we want to just drop the All God for carryover. And he can always just have no units in his deck, which means we can't even play the Spotter. There's the Eskel. Yeah, okay, so we have to play all of our cards here, which should work out fine. Just means round 3 we have nothing. That's the issue. I guess we could just try and play this, but we probably won't draw into it. These reach 13, just 26. That is enough. We only have the 4 units, so we don't need any more armor on these. The problem is this round we don't have any cards that are actually any good. Like, none of these give value. We're going to get hit by the Enraged Ifrit and Primordial Dow. And it should win him the game. Alright, we cannot keep 2 slave drivers here because the first soldier's going to die. We need another soldier. Alright, well, we probably lose now. Because this just dies to Enraged Ifrit. And since we know that, this has to be boosted by this. It has to hit that. If it dies, the slave driver doesn't do anything. But then we can't hit Primordial either with Assassination. So he should win this game. Surprised I went ranged. Very surprised.
Back in line. We go where the Empire has not yet reached.
The only thing we could save a point on is Skirmisher, but I'd rather just save the leader. Hopefully we kill the guy in the back. We do. It's pretty nice. Maybe we have enough points here. Is that Eudora? And this is Enrage. No, Enraged is big enough that he should win. Enraged is big enough. So the last thing he played was this. The crossmen aren't going to use their orders anyway. We probably just do this. So the Enraged loses 1 point on the armor, but he should still win with it. I think. Well, we didn't play that many. But 8? Actually, does he win? It might be a tie. It's at 8, yeah. Oh no, we're up by 1. Perfect. GG. U-112 here with some pirates. Gonna be a bit annoying. A lot of control. Of course, he's not gonna like our armor either, so... Ooh. Let's see what he's doing here. Going first is probably good for him if he's got naval supremacy. We want to have offerings so they can kill longships. Assassinations too. I just want the fewer units the round 1, the better. That's true. That being said here, I don't think we want light cavalry. I'd like to find battle stations. Need to search for it here. I'm like putting crossbow back. Put Ramon back. We want him later in the game anyway. There's the longship. Musicians is going to be a little bit annoying here, because we'll get a free armor ping off it at some point. No battle stations makes round 1 a bit awkward. Can't have it every game, though. Light longship. Okay. There's his first armor point. What are we getting here? Veteran. That's not amazing. We could hit that with Assassination and heal it back to 8 for him. It'd be a good teammate thing to do, except we're definitely not on his team here. So we will not be doing that. I do want to play Marine this round to help find battle stations. I just don't want the Marine to die, though. Also, crossbow ranged is an option.
Pride of the Navy.
I want to do this so it doesn't die to Deranged Corsair. Oh, it's on top. Well, that's convenient. It's on top.
We go where the Empire has not yet reached.
Okay, we'll have to assassination the veteran guy then. Wait, no, it's not on top. We just saw the animation and confused it for being on top. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. Good to know. Is the ranged Corsair with a leader charge? Oh, it's boat builders. This looks like Otkel. Looks like Otkel with the boat builders. I don't think anything else really runs that. There's the Deranged Corsair. Should come with a leader charge here. Or just a ping here. Leader and ping, maybe. I'd imagine he wants to kill it as quickly as possible so it stops armoring. Yep, that makes sense. I think we go for the All God here. Do this. It's carryover. We'd like to boost up our engines. Maybe these for tempo. Hey, Marine, you want to get the battle station soon? I know I put you ranged, but that's paying off. Oh. He's going to pass. It's a bit strange. Probably have to double leader. Maybe even triple. But 4 round control, I don't mind that much.
Return it to me.
I'm going to use all of them to guarantee it. But round control is super important here. Because if he goes long round with Seawolf, it's going to be an issue. Surely now we get battle stations. We moved it up a whole bunch. Give me battle stations. Thank you. So we definitely battle stations into Asira. This, and do we just go for a spotter? Don't love it. But the armor is good. Then, yeah, we'll go for it. Ah, we drew it. Of course. Scarecrew Axe Wielders. Okay. That's a bit weird. We have a dead spotter now, though, so it won't do anything. Probably should put them ranged so we can re-armor the flanking guy. But yeah, drawing into this is a problem. But we just want to cycle here. Is he going to hit this with a leader? You know what? That's fine with me. It's fine with me.
This world dies with it.
We actually can't play many more cards here. The last card we can play here is Heatwave, which we will just not do. We could have Offeringed, but I'd like to Offering a Longship round 3. So you should open with it. It's looking less like Well, now. We're just getting a little suspicious about it. Do have to draw into our battle stations here. What with War Council, Menno, and battle stations, we should get it. So this goes back. Okay, I said we should. Menno, War Council, and battle stations are all things we're looking for, and they can find each other. So could we please have them? Alright, well, okay then. I guess not. Well then. You'd think we'd get one of them, and you'd think wrong. We didn't get Ramon either. What kind of drawing is this? That's some garbage right there. Some garbage drawing. Well, we can max see something that's not Knight. We just want to make sure Knight's near the top then. We want a Heatwave Seawolf, not this. We'll do this here. Thought there'd be a Longship. Get hit with Offering. This spotter's going to do a lot of work for us. Let's go maxi ranged, this next to it so it regains the armor. A lot of weird decks around today.
Your magic can't harm me. No
Well, it's on the bottom. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bottom cards, other than the Nilfgaardian Knight. What a load of nonsense. To the bottom, we want to move a unit. So we'll just move this. We want a unit near the bottom, so we only need 3 armor for spotter then. 4 armor, we need 4 armor. Let's see what our opponent's going to get here. Looks like he's cycling towards Magic Compass. Can't say I'm surprised by that one. Guess we should play around a combi.
What's that? Never seen a lance wield a blade before.
Dwarves. What are they without armor?
Hopefully this doesn't die to a Bjorn. Or Terror the Seas. We need at least 1 soldier out to be able to play these slave drivers. I'm a little honesty here, guys. I'm kind of tilted by this drawing, getting these 4 all in the bottom. We should have gotten 1 of them. So now we lose if the spotter dies. That's just where we ended up here. Nothing you can do about that.
I need a man like a
I mean, it's just there's nothing else valuable to make copies of, so. If this dies, it's game over. We'll just see. We can't even get to 4 armor, so it's not going to hit the knight unless we shuffled, luckily. Alright, well, GG. Can't play these slave drivers. We got some very unlucky draws there round 3, but nothing you can do about it. Helveto 1990 or 1988, not 98. Some Onslaught. Probably some Pirates. These are good into long ships. We are going first, actually. I think that's... Is this the first time I've gone first today? I think this is our... No, we went first one other game. This is our second time going first out of 12 games today. Lovely. Bit weird. We want to go battle stations into proactive engines. We don't have them. That's a good one. That is a good one. We play this. Battle stations would have to do like crossbow. That's okay. That's okay. We'll play this here. We want this to do... What a battle stations for? Use the order. We already clicked it though. Want this range doesn't die to pings and deranged corsairs and stuff, and that's on top. Okay, so Assyria's on top. So if we go battle stations round 2, we can go battle stations, have the Assyria, do Menno after. It's a good argument to not do the battle stations here. It'll mess up the marine. We could also draw... We could also draw the... Put the Assyria on the bottom. That just seems like it's counterproductive here. I think we just lock the black hand. There's the Corsair. That's why we played ranged. Would like the flanking so we get the armor. I think the War Council is good here.
None can match the power of Nilfgaard.
That's a bit of a commitment on this leader. I don't think I want to. It means it's pretty likely to die, but we'll have to live with that. He's gonna mess up the flanking here. Himself a veteran. No flanking means no armor. But I think we'll just play this here. It's not great because of the veteran, but if we ping it once, we can offering it. We just don't want to ping it twice, but it's a 1 out of 9. And we can't ping it twice in the same turn because we played it ranged. So we should be good there. What's he going to send here? Okay, well, that's funny enough. I'm going to leave it in the video, but this is not a real game. Okay.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Some tempering here. Some Force Dwarves. 4 Fulag here. Man, we are just spamming against Dwarves today. All Dwarves all day. Have to cut one or two of these dwarf one or two of these dwarf decks out and make me play more games. Try to make a more balanced video. But yeah, no one wants to see. This is 4 dwarf games now. 4 dwarf. They've all been living armor construct dwarves, which I guess someone made popular. I wonder who did that. Let me know, guys, who made the living armor dwarves popular. Who living armor construct dwarves? Let me know who popularized that recently. What streamer? Curious. As far as what we have here, we're just gonna stack the Nilfgaard Unite to the bottom, I think.
Another little thunderbolt. Charmin.
And then when we do this, we'll have 2. It'll be 2 from the bottom. which means we need less armor for these spotters in case something goes wrong. We still shouldn't draw it. Xavier, okay, okay. I don't know if we need the battle stations, which is why I'm a little hesitant here. We do have a Sira. It just loses the squirrel, which is something he would do here if he had it. I still think we want to play it, though. And I want to use Marine to get the War Council. So we'll do this. Do one of these. One of these. We drew the War Council, so we'll pick the Heat Wave. We'll do this. Actually, we have everything we want. We'll just draw the Offering. We'll just draw the Nilfgaard Knight, put it back in the bottom. Nothing else I really want here. I just want to make sure it doesn't die to a Dwarven Skirmisher, though. Yeah. Kind of a waste of the stratagem, but it's going to block the flanking. Mantlet. Oh, we're going all in on armor. All in on armor. Okay, all in armor. Well, sure. Very tempting to wait on that. I guess Mantlet is really good for Marauder, Living Armor, and Dennis. I like Mantlet as a card. I think it's underutilized. Maybe we should have played that in our Dwarf Armor deck.
Never ever whistle in a mine. On 2 legs or 4, I never miss, even at full gallop.
Worth doing that, we just go for the lock. I'm worried about a bigger order. Worried about a bigger order, so we'll just play this. And removing the armor is nice in case there's the Marauder and such plays coming with living armor, all that good stuff. Yarpen. Good old Yarpen. Could be Golden Necker Dwarves. Yarpen's a pretty good card there. We'll end up being able to battle stations into Heatwave. That's why I don't want to ping Yarpen too much. I'm worried about him having a bunch of armor synergies. I'd rather kill the Xavier, because eventually we're just gonna end up pinging it anyway. Okay. Pretty good time to All God, I think. It's not ideal, because we go... No, it's fine. Do it here. Oops, let's do these. Still up. Could get scary here if he wants to push tempo. But this might be Golden Necker Dwarves. Fun deck, in my opinion. Maybe we should have just locked the Xavier earlier, but I was worried about something else. Maybe... Oh yeah, it is Golden Necker Dwarves. Okay. Interesting. That is potentially very dangerous. This looks like an Asira turn, because we're still ahead playing here. As long as we're developing here, carryover, it's not too bad. Problem is just the crossbows aren't going off. That's why we put them ranged, kept the marine melee. We're gonna have to play Ramon next turn, so if he had a good order, we guess we missed it. Would have been better just to... Actually, not better to play this early, because we end up Ramoning it. And better to Ramon Marine, I guess. At least I imagine it's just Golden Necker Dwarves. Oh, no, it's not. It's Mahakam Pass. It's just all in on armor. Yeah, I can't let that round 3 happen then. It's Simloss Workshop in that case. How do we stop the Marauder from winning the round for him? I don't think we do. Gonna be a problem. We're gonna lock the Yarpen. Yarpen's the dangerous one here because he could give it a bunch of armor and just get value that way. Even though we can heatwave it, I think we're gonna end up having to heatwave something else. I'd rather save it. He's at triple resilience right now. It's pretty scary. There's the first workshop. If he goes Dennis, we can heatwave the resilience guy, the Zoltan. That'd be pretty good. It just wouldn't be enough to win the round, I don't think. Oh, we're going for that as well. That heatwave's looking pretty strong now. We're going to play the Dennis. We're going to hold off on it. We're just going to play a Marauder. Really hope it's not Marauder. So I'll give him the option to win on even with resilience carryover. Really hope he passes here, that's for sure. Alright, he's going to go for the Dennis. There's the Dennis. We can go Heatwave into Zoltan off of this, which might make him play a card he doesn't want to play. It would also deny the resilience, so I think that's a good choice. Does he get points at the end of his turn? He gets 1 here. So the Heatwave is a minus 14. We'd have to use a leader charge. I think that's fine, though.
Present them 2 scabbardless swords.
See what his last card is that he has to play. Hopefully it's like Simloss or something. Either way, with the armor combo going and Dennis going, that's our best Heatwave values to stop that resilience, I think, this game. Hopefully stuck with Simloss right now. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Oh well. Gets the win on even. And we, at least he has no resilience points on board. But he's going to be very happy with the situation now. We want to draw units we can play. That could work. I like this because we could unlock a spotter. And then this is the card we drop if he doesn't play anything. He still has Simloss. Could have Sira this, I guess, but there's no Dennis. It's not a great situation, but if we have enough spotters for round 3, I believe. I would expect him to pass here unless he has some all-in he wants to do. Minor. Could lock that and go up on points. I think that's the best option here. I think that makes the most sense. Obviously we have War Council. We go this War Council, but that's pretty vulnerable to removal. And if he has the minor order, he might try and win. Oh. Well. Doesn't that have Barricade? Pretty sure that has Barricade. Might as well use this now. We can remove the Resilience. He's got a player's card that's removal. We just hope it's not removal. If it is removal, we're still up unless he leaders. I'm sure he doesn't want to play that card in his hand. Maybe the other workshop he'll play it. Some weird cards coming out today, that's for sure, though. No idea why there's so many strange decks today. And yesterday, for that matter. All kinds of unusual things being played. It's fun, though. It's fun to see. But, yeah. Just remove that Resilience here. He's going to be a little sad. It's a problem with Wagon. Now, hopefully we get battle stations. Okay, no battle stations. I don't think light cavalry is going to do a lot here. Well, this is on the bottom. This could have been shuffled underneath it. Alright, well. Let's just say we believe in spotters. I believe in the spotter. We do get 3 of them. But I expect at least 2 to be removed. So we haven't seen a Heat Wave or an Eskel yet, which are both, I guess, with Mishwagon, Dryad. There might not be an Eskel. Another Mantlet. Okay. I guess we remove its... Well, no. We last say the Light Cavalry, so we get maximum spotter value. We have 4 units. 3 units, actually. We only need... Wait a second. We have 2 units. Yeah, 2 units. So we only need 2 armor to get effect of spotter. Or effective spotter. I think the spotter spam works here. Because he's already used Dennis. The Dennis round 1 should give us a shot here. We want to hit this with armor. Let's avoid an Igni. Alright, spotters, let's go. Spotters and Marauders, the big armor payoffs. This one's pretty weak in the back, but I don't think he has 6 damage. 5, maybe. We can re-armor it, though, with a leader charge, which we saved. Let's see what he wants to do. There's another 18 here, another 13 on this order. I don't think he has it. So setting up for Armorer's Workshop. It's going to be like Workshop into what, though? Workshop into what? Is it Renew Dennis? That doesn't work. I mean, it would be good, but it wouldn't give enough points here. I guess we'll play around Scorch. Never know if it's a random Scorch. Barclay. Well, spotters take this one home, that's for sure. GG. I expected the spotters to die, and they did not. And when the spotters get to go off like this, it's pretty good. Well, guys, there is the spotter deck for you. Not one we've ever played before. And to be honest, I can't tell if we're just really bad at drawing and unlucky today, or I can't really say anything else about it. I do think something like this is very close to what you want to run. If you want to make adjustments, I think the Aguara spot is by far the thing you change. Like, I don't know what you would run for Aguara. At 8 provisions, I was just unsure and went with Aguara because of the upside of unlocking Spotter in addition to the extra lock. I think unlocking the Spotter makes her pretty good, because Spotter getting locked is one of the worst things that could happen to you. And then the Assassination, and the Assassination could be swapped if you don't think you need the third tactic. I'm going to go Menno, Battle Stations, War Council, second Battle Stations only. You could account for that and cut the Assassination. Second Alba Armor Cavalry would be good. And then also we mentioned a good option here would be Vilgefortz and cutting Musicians. If you can make sure that the only unit in your deck is Nilfgaardian Knight, Vilgefortz will pull that out. I'm not sure you can guarantee that though, so I wouldn't go out of your way to do it. And then obviously I actually wanted to mention this card here. Ring of Favor to win round 1. It's a very round 1 heavy deck. Could make sense to play in here. But as far as the rest, the slot here for Aguara, 8 provisions, you can play Glorious Hunt if you want to, especially if you decide to cut out the Maxi. You can play the Treherne if you want to be a scammer and try and get some free wins. Or you can just go with something pretty simple. The other option I would recommend is maybe trying out Bribery. Bribery could work decently well here. Yeah, those are the options I would say are potentials. Can you guys believe this card's still 8 provisions, by the way? Crazy. As far as the other spots here, there's some 5s you could change around. Like I said, second Alba Armor Cavalry, second Nilfgaardian Knight isn't as good. If you want to run more, you could. I wouldn't recommend it. And then Assassination could be cut as well. The other thing is, if you're going to cut Aguara, you can't run a 4-provision Purify because of Musicians. But maybe you change around to not run Musicians. I just think Musicians make a lot of sense because you're cutting down number of units, so it's easier for your spotters to see the Nilfgaard Knight stacked at the bottom. But yeah, if you want to, you could put a different 5 in. But yeah, not much else to say here. Spotters, a bit fun when they work. Very unfun when they don't work. And that's a point for the opponent too. Not one of my favorite decks. It's rather polarizing. And as for a deck that really wants to win round 1, I found it kind of struggles to do so a lot of the times. But the good thing for this deck in particular is it's a meta thing. When the opponent knows that soldiers nowadays often play the All God and Offerings anyway on the Sergeants, they will often just not know you're playing spotters till the second you drop one, which is really good. Good for you, that is. But yeah, not much else to say here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Had a bit of fun with the spotters today. Saw some interesting decks, and yeah, we'll see you next time.